Hello everyone. This is Shanti Sesat from Information Technology Department from Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. In today's session, we learn about the remaining topic regarding polymorphism in C++. We already learned the types of polymorphism, that is compile time polymorphism and uh, runtime we already learned about the one type of polymorphism, that is compile time polymorphism, because in compile time polymorphism there are two types, that is function overloading and operator overloading. And previous session we already covered compile time polymorphism types, that is function overloading and operator overloading. And in this session I cover the topic runtime polymorphism with the help of virtual function concept. Okay, so let's start with the concept of runtime polymorphism. Check here the types of polymorphism. Again, the polymorphism, that is compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism, and we already covered the function overloading and operator overloading topic in previous session. Now we start runtime polymorphism with the help of virtual function. Means runtime polymorphism is possible with the help of virtual function concept. Runtime polymorphism. C++ allows the binding to be delayed till runtime. Okay, this will need the use of single pointer variable to refer to the object of different classes. Means here we use the concept of pointer variable. This sort of operation is refers to as dynamic binding or late binding or dynamic linking. Means runtime polymorphism is also called as late binding, dynamic binding or dynamic linking. Here we use the pointer to the base class, which is refers to the derived class object, not defined derived class object. The compiler ignores the content of the pointer and choose the member function that matches the type of pointer. For this, here we use the virtual function concept. Okay, virtual function allows us to create the list of base class pointers and call the methods of any derived classes without even knowing the kind of derived class object. Means here we create use the concept of virtual function, and with the help of virtual function we create, which allows us, virtual function allows us to create the base class pointer, and this base class pointer points to the method of derived class object. Okay, the virtual function is a function in a base class that is declared using keyword virtual, similar to that pure virtual function, but the pure virtual function which is assigned with 0, प्योर वर्चुअल फंक्शन को हम क्या असाइन कर रहे थे, 0, और जिस क्लास में प्योर वर्चुअल फंक्शन रहता था उस क्लास को हम एब्स्ट्रैक्ट बेस क्लास बोल रहे थे इनहेरिटेंस में. ओके, but here it is not a pure virtual function, it is normal virtual function which is declared in a base class using virtual keyword. Okay, and this base class function, okay, defining in base class a virtual function with another version in a derived class. Okay, base class function is defining in derived class. Okay, defining in a base class a virtual function with another version in a derived class signals to the compiler that we don't want a static linking for this function. Means here we perform the dynamic linking, not perform the static linking. After that, runtime polymorphism is achieved only when the virtual function is accessed through the pointer to the base class. Check all these theory concepts with the help of example. Okay, what is virtual function? Which is support to the late binding or dynamic linking, in which the function in a base class is declared as a virtual or declared using virtual keywords. virtual and overridden in each derived class. Okay, it is virtual and overridden in each derived class. What is means we only declared a virtual function in a base class and it is overridden or it is implemented in every derived class of this base class. It is invoked through the pointer to the base class which points to the object of the derived class whose function is used, whose function definition is used. Means in this case we created the pointer of the base class and with the help of this base class pointer we points to the derived class function. Check here. Class base having virtual function show, virtual void show. Okay, virtual void show, cout base class. After that, here we created one derived class, that is class derived colon public base, colon public base. Then public colon void show. What here we perform? Here we perform the function overriding, not overloading. ओवरलोडिंग मीन्स क्या है, एक ही क्लास में सेम नेम के मोर देन वन फंक्शन रहेंगे. जैसे हमने स्वैपिंग का प्रोग्राम देखा, वो एक ही क्लास में स्वैप फंक्शन हमने 2 बार लिखा था विद इन सेम क्लास. इफ द फंक्शन सेम नेम फंक्शन हैविंग मोर देन वन टाइम, then it is called function overloading. But here we perform the function overriding. What is mean by function overriding? Function overriding means the base class function, the function which is available in base class, same function implemented in derived class. Check here, virtual void show function, which is the function of base class, which we also implemented, same function also implemented in derived class. If the function name in derived class having same name like the function in base class, then it is called as function overriding. Base class function name and derived class function name is same, then it is called as function overriding. मतलब base class का function derived class में क्या हो गया, overwrite हो गया. That is called function overriding. Now here we check the concept of virtual function. In case of virtual function, we first create the object of base class. Check here, pointer of the base class, base pointer b. After that, here we created the derived d, because in case of virtual function we created the object of, it's very important to create the object of pointer of the base class and points to the derived class. Or if you want to points to derived class, then first create the object of derived class. That's why here I perform first, or I created first the pointer of the base class, that is base pointer b. After that I created the object of derived class d. Then here b points to the d, means b store in b pointer b we stores the address of d, means आपका base class derived class को क्या कर रहा है, पॉइंट कर रहा है. किसका एड्रेस, कौन से एड्रेस को पॉइंट कर रहा है, derived class के ऑब्जेक्ट को पॉइंट कर रहा है. सो नाउ वी call the function of the derived class, with the help of base class pointer. b arrow operator show function, अभी आप सोचोगे कि शो फंक्शन which is present in base class and which is also present in derived class. Now आप लोग सब कंफ्यूज हो गए होंगे कि कौन सा शो फंक्शन रन होगा. ऑब्वियसली बेस क्लास का जो फंक्शन है वो रन होगा ही नहीं, बिकॉज इट इज़ प्रेजेंट इन क्लास वर्चुअली. जो वर्चुअल चीज़ें हैं वो रियल में नहीं रहते ना. और हमने क्या किया है, द बेस क्लास वर्चुअल फंक्शन वी ओवररिडन, हमने क्या किया, ओवरराइड किया है डिराइव्ड क्लास में. और आपको तो पता है कोई भी चीज़ में अगर आपने किसी भी चीज़ को हमने ओवरराइड अगर किया होगा तो हम लोगों को प्रीवियस का कुछ दिखाई देगा क्या, नहीं. और हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, बेस क्लास के शो फंक्शन को, वर्चुअल शो फंक्शन को डिराइव्ड क्लास में क्या कर रहे हैं, ओवरराइड कर रहे हैं। तो ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पे हमारा बेस क्लास का शो फंक्शन रन नहीं होगा। पॉइंटर बी एरो ऑपरेटर एंड शो एग्जैक्टली एट दिस लाइन, आपका कौन सा शो फंक्शन कॉल होगा, डिराइव्ड क्लास का जो शो फंक्शन है वो कॉल होगा। क्यों, देखो ना, बेस का जो पॉइंटर है वो किसको पॉइंट कर रहा है, किसका एड्रेस वो स्टोर कर रहा है, b is equal to address of d, means now your b is a pointer of base class but now it points to the derived class। अगर वो derived class को point कर रहा है तो obviously next line में वो derived class के show function को ही call करेगा। so here we executed the show function of the derived class। so output क्या show होगा, कौन सा मैसेज, derived class। okay, this is the concept of virtual function in inheritance, not pure virtual function, normal virtual function which is overridden, base class virtual function overridden into the derived class। check the rules for virtual function, only the base class methods declaration needs the virtual keyword not the डेफिनेशन। आप लोग को डेफिनेशन लिखने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है, आप लोगों को सिर्फ क्या करना है, वर्चुअल फंक्शन को बेस क्लास में डिक्लेयर करना है। अभी आप सोचोगे कि मैंने यहाँ पे क्यों किया, आप सोचोगे कि मैंने यहाँ पे डिफ़ाइन क्यों किया, जस्ट आप लोगों को समझने के लिए मैंने वर्चुअल फंक्शन जो है बेस क्लास का उसको मैंने डिफ़ाइन किया है। एक्चुअली डिफ़ाइन करके भी यहाँ पे कुछ फ़ायदा है नहीं, नो एनी बेनिफिट, बिकॉज our base class pointer directly points to the derived class। so with the base class pointer the base class virtual function that is show function execution is not possible here। और अगर उसका एग्जीक्यूशन ही नहीं होगा तो आप इम्प्लीमेंटेशन क्यों कर रहे हैं, उसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन तो हम डिराइव्ड क्लास में कर रहे हैं ना। so in case of virtual function only declared virtual function using virtual keyword in base class and perform implementation in derived class। okay, okay, only the base class methods declaration needs the virtual keyword not the definition की ज़रूरत नहीं है। if the function is declared as a virtual in the base class it will be virtual in all its derived classes। okay, the virtual function cannot be static members, means virtual function में कोई भी static member allowed नहीं है। virtual function cannot be static members। next, virtual functions are accessed by using object pointer, means हम object का क्या पॉइंट क्रिएट करेंगे, पॉइंटर क्रिएट करेंगे और उस पॉइंटर के थ्रू हम उस वर्चुअल फंक्शन को क्या करेंगे, एक्सेस करेंगे, कॉल करेंगे। बट पॉइंटर किसका क्रिएट करेंगे, बेस क्लास का पॉइंटर क्रिएट करेंगे। इट कैन बी अ फ्रेंड ऑफ अनदर क्लास, वर्चुअल फंक्शन ये किसी भी क्लास का फ्रेंड फंक्शन हो सकता है। वर्चुअल कंस्ट्रक्टर कैन नॉट बी क्रिएटेड बट वर्चुअल डिस्ट्रक्टर कैन बी क्रिएटेड, मीन्स वर्चुअल कंस्ट्रक्टर हम क्रिएट नहीं कर सकते बट वर्चुअल डिस्ट्रक्टर्स हम क्रिएट कर सकते हैं। The base pointer can point to any type of derived object but derived cannot, means here we cannot create the pointer of derived class, we can create the pointer of only base class not of the derived class। okay, all these are rules for implementing the virtual concept in object oriented programming। next concept is pure virtual function, which we already learn in inheritance in chapter number 3। check here, the pure virtual functions are the virtual function with no definition, it starts with the keyword virtual and end with assignment operator 0। okay, the assignment 0 portion of pure virtual function is also known as pure specifier, means this assignment operator and 0 is mandatory to specify that particular function is pure virtual function। means आपने सिर्फ ऐसे डिक्लेयर किया virtual void show तो ये pure virtual function नहीं है, बट आपने लिखा है virtual void show assignment operator 0, means this assignment operator and 0 specifies that particular show function is a pure virtual function, because it's what makes the pure virtual function pure. The notation assignment 0 is just there to indicate that the virtual function is a pure virtual function. Okay, the pure virtual function has no body, means no definition in that base class. The assignment operator 0 does not mean that function assign the value 0, means इसका मीनिंग ये नहीं हो रहा है कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं, वर्चुअल वॉइड शो इज इक्वल टू 0, मीन्स आप ये 0 उस फंक्शन को असाइन कर रहे हैं, ऐसा मीनिंग नहीं हो रहा है। वो सी स्पेसिफाई कर रहा है, असाइनमेंट 0 क्या स्पेसिफाई कर रहा है कि दैट पर्टिकुलर फंक्शन इज अ प्योर वर्चुअल फंक्शन। चेक द सिंटैक्स हियर, वर्चुअल रिटर्न टाइप दैट इज वॉइड, function name, assignment operator 0. Okay, okay, program for pure virtual function. The class base public virtual void show, sorry, one mistake is here, assignment operator is important, assignment 0, assign 0, which is important. Okay, this is pure virtual function and pure virtual function is always assigned with 0. Okay, after that class derived colon public base, then public, this it is very important, the virtual function, the pure virtual function, it's mandatory to implement, compulsory implement or compulsory define in derived class. Okay, we already discussed this topic in inheritance, that is abstract base class. The class which contain at least one pure virtual function is called the abstract base class. तो यहाँ पे हमने वर्चुअल वॉइड शो, यहाँ पे एक मिस्टेक हुआ है, असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर एंड 0 जो है वहाँ पे टाइप करना रह गया, आप लोगों को लिखना है आप लोगों को। ओके, क्लास डिराइव्ड कोलन पब्लिक बेस, तो हमने क्या किया है, जो बेस क्लास है अभी हमारा एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्लास बन गया बिकॉज दिस बेस क्लास कंटेन वन प्योर वर्चुअल फंक्शन. So here it's very important, it's mandatory to implement that pure virtual function in this derived class. So now show here the definition of this pure virtual function in derived class. derived class में हमने उसको क्या किया है, डिफाइन किया है. yes, that is void show, ब्रैकेट में सिर्फ हमने मैसेज डिस्प्ले किया है, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ वर्चुअल फंक्शन इन डिराइव्ड क्लास. ऑब्वियसली हम लोगों को इम्प्लीमेंट करना पड़ेगा वर्चुअल फंक्शन ऑफ बेस क्लास, कंपल्सरी इम्प्लीमेंटेड इन डिराइव्ड क्लास, अदरवाइज योर डिराइव्ड क्लास ऑल्सो बिकम अ एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्लास. अगर आपने बेस क्लास के प्योर वर्चुअल फंक्शन को डिराइव्ड क्लास में इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं किया तो वो डिराइव्ड क्लास भी आपका एब्स्ट्रैक्ट बेस क्लास ही बनेगा. So it's very important to compulsory implement the base class pure virtual function in its every derived class. Okay, after the completion of function, please add here when the class completion, that is derived class completion bracket. Okay, here the class derived class completion bracket is missing, so please add here a derived class completion bracket. After that in void main, चेक हियर, ऑब्वियसली वर्चुअल फंक्शन का कंसेप्ट है तो बेस क्लास का पॉइंटर क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा एंड बेस क्लास के पॉइंटर के थ्रू हम लोगों को डिराइव्ड क्लास के फंक्शन को कॉल करना पड़ेगा. जैसे हमने वर्चुअल फंक्शन में किया वही हम लोगों को प्योर वर्चुअल फंक्शन में करना है. बेस पॉइंटर बी, डिराइव्ड डी, देन बेस पॉइंटर पॉइंट्स टू द डिराइव्ड क्लास, मीन्स बेस पॉइंटर का एड्रेस, सॉरी डिराइव्ड क्लास एड्रेस हम कहाँ पे स्टोर करें, बेस क्लास के पॉइंटर में स्टोर करें. आफ्टर दैट बेस पॉइंटर, एरो ऑपरेटर एंड शो फंक्शन. सो कौन सा शो फंक्शन रन होगा, डिराइव्ड क्लास का जो शो फंक्शन है वो यहाँ पे एग्जीक्यूट होगा और आपको आउटपुट में मैसेज डिस्प्ले होगा इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ प्योर वर्चुअल फंक्शन या इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ वर्चुअल फंक्शन इन डिराइव्ड क्लास. आफ्टर दैट द एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ गेट ch function will be performed and then program execution is completed. The next topic, that is the last topic of chapter number 4, difference between compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism, which both are the main type of polymorphism. Check here the first point. In compile time polymorphism, the call is resolved by the compiler, means compiler call karega. Okay, in compile time polymorphism, the call is resolved by the compiler. It is also known as late binding or static binding. In runtime polymorphism, the call not resolved by the compiler. Okay, call not resolved by the compiler. It is also known as late binding and dynamic binding. हम compile time को क्या बोल रहे हैं? Early binding, and run time को क्या बोल रहे हैं? Late binding. Next topic, second point, binding and overloading as well. Method overloading is the compile. Sorry guys. Yes, second point, method overloading is the compile time polymorphism where more than one method share the same name with different parameter or signature and different return type. Means compile time polymorphism is possible using function overloading and using operator overloading. Okay, check the second point. Method overloading is the type of compile time polymorphism where more than one methods having same name but having different parameter list or different data type parameters. Method overriding is the runtime polymorphism having same method with same parameter or signature but associated in different classes. Means in compile time polymorphism we perform method overloading, and in case of runtime polymorphism we perform method overriding. Means two classes, that is base class and derived class, having same function name. Base class and derived class having same function name. After that, that is compile time polymorphism achieved with the help of function overloading and operator overloading. Compile time polymorphism achieved by function overloading and operator overloading, but the runtime polymorphism achieved with the help of virtual function and pointer of the base class, right? Pointer of the base class. Check here, it is achieved by the virtual function and pointer. Okay, I just want to repeat all these 3 points. First, in compile time polymorphism, the call is resolved by the compiler. It is also known as static binding, early binding and overloading as well. In runtime polymorphism, the call is not resolved by the compiler. It is also known as dynamic binding, late binding and overriding as well. Okay, इसको overloading बोलेंगे हम, इसको overriding. Second point, method overloading is the compile time polymorphism where more than one methods having same name but different parameters. Okay, and method overriding is done in runtime polymorphism having same method name with same parameter or signature but which are related to two different classes, that is related to base class and derived class. Means base class method overridden into the derived class. Compile time polymorphism is achieved by the function overloading and operator overloading. Runtime polymorphism achieved by virtual function and using the base class pointer concept. Okay. Next topic, compile time polymorphism. It provides the fast execution because method that needs to be executed is known early at the compile time. Compile time polymorphism जो है it is fast because compiler already known about the function which we want to execute. Okay, but runtime polymorphism provides a slow execution as compared to our compile time, that is early binding, because the method that needs to be executed is known at runtime. ओके, कंपाइलर को कब पता हो जाती है कौन से फंक्शन रन करने हैं, वो रन टाइम को पता चलते हैं. बट इन केस ऑफ कंपाइल टाइम पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म द मेथड्स which want to execute it is known early at compile time. Next, compile time polymorphism is less flexible as all things execute at compile time. But means changes करना पॉसिबल नहीं है कंपाइल टाइम पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म में ज़्यादा. बट इन केस ऑफ रन टाइम पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म, runtime polymorphism is more flexible as all things executed at runtime. This is the basic. All these points are related to the difference between compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. Okay guys, this is the last topic, that is difference between compile time and runtime polymorphism. This is the last topic in the chapter number 4. If you have any doubt regarding all the topic which we discuss in this session, okay, if you have any doubt, I will solve your doubt at the time of live session, otherwise at the time of practical live session. Thank you.